Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I will try to modify a strategy that I seen yesterday. It's by Todd, and please follow his channels because it's one of my favorite channel, and he has different approaches. I like the way he plays because he uses a lot of dozens and columns and even money bets progressively. So it is very close the way I think. But yesterday I watched the strategy. The difference is that I do not like pushes, I do not like break evens, and I really don't like jackpot creations a lot. So that strategy had all of it. So I wanna modify it the way I play, and we will use the same coverage. So the original strategy starts with a dozen, and it has three progressions. The base bet is 10, so I will use $10 as a base bet. Usually I do use 10 cents, but for this display I will use $10 to match it. So he progresses 10 units on a dozen 3 times, and then if he loses he goes and bets on 2 columns and 1 dozen, and they do overlap of course, and 10 each. So if he loses, so the total loss would be $60. He progresses on an even money bet starting with 30 units, 3 units, like $30, and then he uses the Lombard. I like the Lombard, I like columns, I like dozens, but like I said, it is slow, and the reason is that there are a lot of pushes and there are a lot of break evens. So in the meantime, you may lose your bankroll because after many pushes, if you get a loss, actually psychologically it is very depressive when you play roulette. And I will change it up a bit, and the goal would be $200, I believe. That's actually what he does. He's trying to aim $200 at all times, and his starting bet is $10 for this strategy. So it will be the same coverage but with a twist. Okay, so we will start with 10 on a dozen. So the first 2 faces are same, and it is profitable here, and it is profitable here as well. So the first 3 is Fibonacci, 1, 1, and 2 units, and after that we will avoid the jackpots and the pushes. So we are technically just going from 12 to 18. So it is like even money bet. So I actually got rid of the middle face. We will just go from dozen to even, and from even, and this is profitable as well, we will go to dozen, and then we will progress on dozen 3 times, 1, 2, and 3, and this is triple. What I believe is that when it comes to dozens and even and 2 dozen progressions, you need to be a little bit more aggressive. That's why I avoid pushes, I avoid break evens, because if you get in trouble on 2 dozens, this is technically 2 dozens, see, this is 1 dozen, half and half dozen, so it is 2 dozen. So what I will do is that I will replay the strategy. I'm gonna show you guys. So this is how it will work. Same coverage, but we are gonna end up with 2 dozens and 3 progressions. We will have more coverage and we are gonna get more aggressive. Now for this type of strategy, the total cost will be 3,940. It is close to 4,000. Of course, my suggested bankroll is always 4 times more than the total cost of the faces, but we are going to try with $4,000, so that would be the stop loss, and we are gonna try to hit 1% at a time. So my first goal will be $40, and then it's gonna show us the session high, so it will increase it from 40 to 80 and so on. Okay, so we are going to play it manually, and we are gonna see the spin count, and we are gonna see the profits here, and we are going to see how it progresses for 37 spins first. Okay, so I can actually show you guys here, and I can leave it right here, so you will be able to see the hitting numbers and everything. So there we go. So let's start with the first spin. We made $20, and then we made $40. So session next goal is 80. Okay, let's spin. So that's a loss. 27 hit, and that's a win. We are at $50, $70. We are just being lucky right now, but we will actually test this enough, so don't worry about that. So that's a loss, another loss, another loss, and now we are adding 2 more streets, and there we go. We are in session high. We are at $90. Go back to the original. 110, 100, 120. The next goal is going to be 160. So this is why it's important to make profit in each step when it comes to dozens, to evens, to 2 dozens. We are at 130, 150, 170. The next goal is $200. That's the goal, right? That's a loss, loss, and win. We are at 190, and that's a loss, and loss, and loss, and loss, and win. $250 in 24 spins. I'm just gonna write it down because my first goal is reached, right? 24 spins, 250. So we actually went beyond the goal. So it is important to avoid those pushes and break evens, because after grinding a lot, you break even, but what if you lose? It is hard to get back. So this was the friend 1, I would say. Let's do friend 2. We go back, spin. By the way, it's showing us the percentage, right? Let's spin, 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 spin. Phase 5. So now let's go up to the main graphic here. You will see the detailed graphic. Okay, so far I will check this section. The longest loss streak is 4 losses, right? So the minimal phase is 5. Gambling point is 4. So let's actually check mark these. So we did hit phase 5, and the total cost of checked faces 420. So we didn't spend more than 420 to make 310. Okay, that's why it's great approach, and I would definitely modify it this way. Okay, and we are I'm going to play auto after a while, but we are gonna see 37 spins. Okay, we are at 330. Loss, 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 win. So we didn't see phase 6 yet. $400 is the next goal. We are very close. And we are at 410. 42 spin, 410. Friend 2 made it happen. So let's see something here. I wanna this is defined by wheel pulse AI idea. I'm gonna put this back. Modified, and then it describes all the faces automatically, which is amazing. Let's do a critic report here, and it analyzes the whole game till to this point, and it's the probability is there, right? Gambling point phase 4, because we did lose 4 times. Manual phase is phase 5 at this point, because we are going to probably try 10 I don't know, 1,000 spins or more to fail this strategy, and I want to see if it is enough with more coverage and where it's failing, and if we need to add. The total phase right now is phase 7. What I want to see is that if it's gonna, where it will, but where it will pass phase 5 to phase 6, and if it's gonna hit phase 7, and then to make it a little bit more unbeatable, we will be able to add phase to make the profit back, right? If we lose our bankroll, we will add a phase, and then we will spin, and then we are gonna see if it's gonna hit or not. If it fails, we will add one more phase, and then we will go on. Okay, but usually the game is going between phase 1 and phase 5 at this point. And I want to check the true probability here. I like this one. The suggestion is phase 5 to phase 10. So that's good. And we did hit 10%, by the way. Okay, the graphic looks good. So when you avoid the break evens and the pushes, this is how it looks like. I just wanna alright, so I just wanna introduce the strategy more to wheel pulse AI idea, and actually it will study, like it is studying the strategy right now, slowly analyzing, because it's gonna play by itself. It's amazing. Now it is trainable. Wheel pulse AI idea, I can create a lot of strategies. It gives me everything that I need. It provides the definition, the strategy breakdown, the probability check, everything. So it takes time. It's still learning, but I believe the more strategy I put in, it learns better. So consider adjusting bets at this point. Alright, so since we did 42, I wanna test it out a little more, but let's put it on auto mode and then let it play. Now it's studied. This is the profit goal. So far it's 5-star rated. And right now Wheel Pulse AID is playing this automatically. It makes its own decisions. See, it jumps from phase 4 to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. It won here. It will go back to phase 1. 13% reached. We are at $530, $550, and it's great profit. Like I said, we didn't pass phase 5 yet, and we reached 14%. You could cash out right now, but the goal is to fail. Whatever we create, we are trying to fail it. And yes, sometimes you will see $50,000 bankroll, but what I am trying to see is that where is the gambling point? Where is the minimal face and bankroll requirement? And where is the safest point for like 1,000 spins, right? And if it hits any face, that would be my gambling point. And I do 2 more faces regardless. And I will tell you how you could actually manage that bankroll no matter what it is. If it's like $10,000, you could wait 2-3 times. I will show you guys, since it's playing, I will show you guys something. So right now, let's make this bigger. So right now, we are at $710, $650, 84 spins. It tells me that the minimal face is still phase 5. We didn't pass that point. $420 and still doing really well. But say you don't have $420, right? So you could actually create a trigger point. Like you could wait 1 dozen, like the no, say first dozen didn't hit like 3 times or 4 times, right? So if you wait, like if you want to progress it, 1, 2, 3, trigger point. So what I am saying is that I can wait 1 dozen not hitting 3 times in a row, and then I progress on the 4th, right? So this $40 instead of $420. So you can actually wait, and then it will actually help you. Oh wow, look at that. So it did increase, right? So there is a drop right here. So we did hit phase 6, phase 5, and then phase 5 becomes gambling point. Now phase 6 is the minimal phase bankroll requirement, and there we go, phase 7. Now, like I said, if you have $1,300, you can progress from phase 1 to phase 6, but you can wait. And then look, now you need $420, $100, and you could still have all these phases. So this doesn't mean anything, right? The total is $3,940, almost $4,000, and still you could play. So to me, trigger if you use them, you could save your bankroll. But now we are assuming we are playing the whole thing. So this is a big drop down, right? This one. And also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So far, I can actually click on that too. Let's go down and then watch what it does. We are at $1,000 with this strategy, and the goal was to make $200. We did make $250 on the 24th spin and $410 on the 42nd spin, right? Look how it goes. So now what I will do is that I'm going to try to fail this strategy to the point. Let's see if it's going to fail for 1,000. So we are gonna let AI play it faster. You see how fast it's playing, and then we will check this point. So this is the spin count, around 200. Look at the profit goals, 46%, 47, 48. So to me, pushes, break-evens, they need to be eliminated. We are at $2,000, $10 base bet. Spin count is 300 at this point. And there we go. Even we have seen the minimal phase 7, gamble point is 6. So the bankroll, this is the total cost of the phase. We are trying to see if it is going to hit phase 7. Right now it's the minimal phase requirement, right? We are almost at $3,000, 400 spin counts, 81%, 82% reached, and you see how random, right? It is very random. So spin count is almost 500. I see 0. We are at 4,500 almost, and I think this shows that the strategy is actually needs to be modified. %100% target reached, so I don't need more than that. That's why it stopped there, but actually it is going beyond that. Look at the profit right now, $5,000. Phase 7, still phase 7. So that's the minimal, and there we go. Now it tells me that phase 7, because there is a 7 loss here, phase 7. It tells me phase 7. So it shows that, I mean, you could actually leave right now, but I want to see beyond this strategy. So what we do is that we go here, we see what it is, right? Okay, so it did really well here, What it tells me is that I need to go beyond that. Now I need to spin the last face that we created. Spin. Sorry, not enough bankroll, of course. So copy, paste. Where are we now? Say 10%, 12%. Okay, that looks better. And now we can spin this last one. It requires probably the suggested bankroll. Let's do 2. Now we will spin this one. All right. Okay. Okay. So now we made it back with this. So we know that phase 8, we needed phase 8. Okay. So now I can autoplay from here. So this is what you need to do to see the true potential of any strategy. It did very well. And look at the profit. It's almost 6,000. And we are gonna play 2,000. So what did we learn here? You can modify the strategy, you can keep it safe. The point is that how many faces do you really need? How much bankroll do you really need? Okay. So we always talk about Fibonacci and martingale, 2 dozens. We got a triple, we got a martingale, we got a D'Alembert, Laborche, all that. But if you actually put any strategy to the test, you will see that you will need more. Look at the drop down here. Okay, so it told me phase 8. So phase 8 is still gambling point, guys, because it lost 8 times, but we are almost gonna reach 1,000 spins, and look at the profit. So it is great strategy, it's a great progression. It's a good strategy to play like to the gambling point, right? But again, I will show you something. So if you are waiting to see non-hitting dozens, if you progress after 4, then you need $100 to play it to the gambling point. If you wait, say you saw second dozen didn't hit 3 times and then start progressing, you only need 420. So that's why it is important. And I can stop it right now. Let's stop that. And this was the phase 8. Load. Okay. There we go. That's my actual win rate, winning coverage. Let's see this one. So we made 6,660, over 1,000 spins. And I wanna see that is okay. This phase 1, and then phase 2. Total bet, balance, this is the profit, spin count. So what I am trying to check is that, okay, here, the difference. Link number. So now we know the potential of this strategy. You need to have phase 8 with $10, right? But also if you're playing with $1, which I would anyways, you need $4,744, which makes more sense to me. And we did hit 250 with 24 spins, so that was easy. So I would definitely modify it this way, and I would avoid pushes and all those break-evens and jackpots, because when you create jackpots, it's taking away from the other sections, and you are actually minimizing your wins. I always like equal gains, because the ball hits, like, I hate partial wins or partial losses, because it's taking away from the other sections, and that's what it needs to be. And zero coverage, I am gonna talk about it in the next strategy probably. Zero sometimes needs to be covered, and sometimes it doesn't need to be covered, and I will talk about it on the next strategy. And thanks for the strategy, Todd, and thanks for sharing, but this is how I would actually modify this strategy. Thanks for watching.